Juliet 5, November Kilo Charlie, Pops monitoring in his mobile Jeep.
This is W1JMG Jordan for the Digitally Speaking Net starting here at 2 o'clock on the 146.92 repeater in Denton, Texas. Linked to a number of repeaters out there on the AllStar network today, and we're going to get started here in just a moment. Welcome to the Digitally Speaking Net. This is a net we host at 2 o'clock every Sunday afternoon. Like I said, on the 146.92 Denton repeater in Denton, Texas. Thanks to the Denton County Amateur Association for hosting us on this. I am Jordan, W1JMG. I'll be the net controller today for this Digitally Speaking Net. Just want to go over a few announcements real quick. I'll break for the repeater. Note that this is a directed net, and I'll be controlling that. Any emergency traffic can interfere with break. We'll make sure to disconnect all the AllStar and get you connected and the help you need there. If we have anything as far as emergencies, we'll also announce that and let you know. Should be good to go. We do see sometimes weather here in North Texas, but don't see any on the radar today. Sometimes weather here in North Texas, but don't see any on the radar today. Off the net today with just some announcements real quick. Texas State Parks on the Air is coming up April 17th from 7 p.m. to Sunday, April 19th, 7 p.m. You can go to www.tspoda.org for more information. And like I said, we're on the 9-2 repeater coming out of Denton. I've got confirmation that we're on the Richardson Wireless and the A&M repeaters, AllStar repeaters as well. So we'd like to throw thanks out to the Lake Area Amateur Radio Club, K5LRK. They're hosting us as well on their linked repeater in the Colony, which is great. Again, Richardson Wireless Club as well on AllStar 47841 today as well. On AllStar 47841 today as well. Station that I mentioned, W5AC. That one I think is linked on AllStar 49382 if you're hearing us from there. And we've got a few more possibly connected. We've had some from Delaware and other places. Haven't seen the full list of connected sites we have as of yet, but that's always interesting to see more and more people hop on. We'd like to thank Zakara, Zakara Club, if I could speak today, as I'm reading 14 different things. The Lark Club, the A&M University Club, and the Louisville Amateur Club today. And we'd like to, shout out those guys, and we'll give you some more information here out through the net with their upcoming activities and their meetings and things like that. But we'll go ahead and check in, open up check-ins today. So if anybody wants to go ahead and check into the net, our topic for the day today we'll be talking about is whatever's on your ham radio mind. I'm coming off of the Go Kit Challenge here with a few ideas of what I'm going to do next year and possibilities of small radios to break the repeater. That in mind, if you want to just come and talk about what your plans in ham radio are, like I said, I've had an event that I've gone to and now have switched gears a little bit into new projects. But yeah, anything you've got going on, so we can go ahead and take the first check-in. If anybody wants to go ahead and check in, go ahead.
Hello, Juliet 5, Lima X-Ray Sierra, Brandon, Plano.
At 5 X-Ray Sierra, Brandon, and Plano. Congratulations, sir, on your win there at the Go Kids Challenge. I know that you had fulfill the pack that your dad had put together after seeing a Go Kid Challenge as being inspired there, which is phenomenal. And I've seen some of the videos that Sean and the others have put on. Very, very good there. Your skills are immaculate there. You have some great skills that you've learned on the ham radio side and the wiring side. So yeah, what are you working on beside that? You fine tuning that, or what are you up to? What are you working on beside that? You fine tuning that, or what are you up to?
No, I don't really want to. Well, okay, so I will say that I'm using it right now. So anytime that I'm on the radio, I'm actually using my box and playing radio out here in the gazebo and everything else. But next on my list, I don't know. Maybe I have to figure out a mobile category. Maybe put something on the old Harley. See if I can't get that wrangled in. That'd be neat. But otherwise, no, I don't want to open any of these boxes for the next 30 days. I don't want to look at any. I don't want to strip another wire for 30 days. That's my goal. Break for the repeater. Break for the repeater. But yeah, no, maybe something on the Harley. I think that's my next. My next category will be mobile, I guess. But anyways, KJ5 LXS.
And then I brought that little Yaesu. I had a Yaesu FT90R for those listening. That was a radio made by Yaesu back in the late 90s, early 2000s. It's a 50-watt, 2 meter, 70 centimeter radio, and I had that in a little chest pack. I didn't have it all connected for the Go Kid. I was missing an antenna and a battery for it, but I had it there. And I know that, Scott, there was another Scott that had an interest in it as well for a motorcycle. And yeah, I could see a few more motorcycles popping up next year, Brandon. That'd be kind of cool.
I agree. Maybe we'll get our own category for motorcycles or something. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, that'd be my next project. And I'm just trying to move these boxes a little bit forward. Try to get some more, ham-related antennas and mounts and things like that for them. But otherwise, I think I've completed these as much as I could. So we got some fire trucks and stuff going on in the background. Sorry about that. But yeah, no, I'm thinking something Bluetooth I can mesh in with my helmet, so I can play radio when I'm cruising down the road. I think that'd be pretty neat. You can go state park to state park, motorcycle road trip. KJ5 LXS. KJ5 LXS.
It'd be pretty fun. That state park to state park, you got to ping me and Sean here at WTF. We were putting together just a day trip of trying to hit 5 or 6 parks here in North Texas. Just starting out on a morning and going out for a day. So if you're interested in that, we definitely keep you posted for sure.
Absolutely. So my ham-related activities. So I've been studying all week, and I took yesterday and today off. I haven't done any studying, but I got to get my general ticket so I can start playing. It's hard to do anything when you're just a technician, but so that's my main focus before I do anything else, is just get my general license, so that way I can go do all the fun stuff and play radio with all the big kids. So, but that's my focus right now. KJ5 LXS.
Hey, thanks for the check-in there and the updates to what's going on. Really appreciate it. If you've got anything else, let us know, or if you're going to go ahead and sign off for the day, that'd be cool too.
I'll sit here and monitor, listen. I enjoy the digitally speaking net's probably my favorite net all week. It gets the most activity and good conversation, a lot of good people. So I will definitely sit here and monitor until it's over. KJ5 LXS, back to net control. KJ5 LXS, back to net control.
The W1JMG Jordan Net Control here. Yeah, thanks, Brandon, for that check-in. Really appreciate it. I like digitally speaking that, too. Getting involved over the last couple months has been fun. Well, with that, Brandon, thanks. And we'll go ahead and take the next check-in. If anyone wants to check into the net, go ahead and come forward.
AF5RS. This is Bob in Highland Village.
Bob, nice to meet you this weekend on the radio. How you doing? Nice to meet you this weekend on the
We're doing really well. Thanks, Jordan, for doing that. I always like to fill in everybody with my weekly announcement about the DFW Ham Expo coming up on June 12th and 13th at the Vista Mall in Louisville. We did a walk face last week, and it's incredible. So looking forward to getting a lot of vendors and a lot of tours. The vendor tables are on the web for sale and are selling like hotcakes. That website is DFWHamExpo.com. DFWHamExpo.com.
Boy, thank you for that update. You know, I was over at that venue space here in the past couple of weeks for a different event, and was able to actually go up and downstairs there. I know we have the downstairs location where the DFW Expo is being held, and man, it's better, and it's going to be a huge space, a huge upgrade to the event, and I'm pretty excited for it for sure. To the event, and I'm pretty excited for it for sure.
And looking real forward to it. But again, the tables are selling. The advanced tickets aren't on the web yet. They'll be up in the next week or so. But get your table. There's plenty of space, and we look forward to seeing everybody. AF5RS, back to net. AF5RS, back to net.
Were you able to go out to the Go Kid Challenge? If not, you know, what are you currently working on in Ham Radio? Any new projects you have working that you're doing this spring as we move forward? That you're doing this spring as we move forward?
I'm trying to finish out the ham shack that I built. Got all the radios here, and I'm routing antenna wires, and I've got my ground bonding bar, and it's just a lot of little miscellaneous work. But I've made a few contacts, both HF and other things, but I don't have enough time to spend on just on finishing my shack. But it seems like it's growing faster than I can put it together. But that's what I'm doing right now. But I'll let you get back to others. I'm sure they're anxious to check in. AF5RS will be cleared. AF5RS will be cleared.
For that update, really appreciate it. This is W1JMG for the Digitally Speaking Net. Yeah, and you know, I don't know when a shack is ever done, to be honest, Bob. You know, it's one of those things. Mine's constantly evolving, so I'm with you there. I understand. With that, we can go ahead and take the next check-in. Anybody want to go ahead and check in? Go ahead. We can go ahead and take the next check-in. Anybody want to go ahead and check in? Go ahead.
Kilo Charlie 5 Alpha Mike Tango. Name is Kelly in Louisville. Mike Tango. Name is Kelly in Louisville. Mike Tango. Name is Kelly in Louisville.
Afternoon, Kelly. Kilo Charlie 5 AMT. How are you? Charlie 5 AMT. How are you? Charlie 5 AMT. How are you?
I am doing well. It is a nice, relaxing, and beautiful Sunday afternoon, and I'm getting to listen to the net and participate, and that's always a good thing. As far as things that I've done in ham radio this week, I managed to get all of the Go Kid Challenge equipment and materials put back into my storage, and yeah, that's about it. Oh, I made a cool little, not really a Go Kit, but I had run across this Pelican-type case with the pull-out insulation in it, and so I put a bunch of my electronics testing gear, like my antenna analyzer, some other things, so that everything's all in one place and easy to carry if I need to take it anywhere. So, but that's about all I've been up to. KC5 AMT. That's about all I've been up to. KC5 AMT.
Yeah, you know, a little new, new bag, new kit for tools. That's always helpful. I have one of those. I have like a little Harbor Freight Apache case that I keep as backup. It's not in a Go kit, but it stays in the truck. That's got the analyzer and extra connectors and extra cables and stuff like that. So those are always nice to have for sure. Cables and stuff like that. So those are always nice to have for sure. Cables and stuff like that. So those are always nice to have for sure.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool deal. It's nice to have everything in one convenient spot, and you know, because some of it's kind of a little bit more expensive electronics, you want to take care of it and not just have it bouncing around in a tool bag or something like that. So it works out really well. But I do want to say thank you to all of those who came out last week. I think we had a really good time at the Go Kid Challenge. I enjoyed getting to meet some new people, and I had a really good time, and I hope everyone else did too. So thanks a lot for everyone's support. KC5 AMT, back to net. KC5 AMT, back to net.
Sorry for the update there. Yeah, I was there as well. It was a fun time. Saw some stuff that was inspiring. So always fun to see the Go Kid Challenge there, and what people's ideas, what they're coming up with in radio. With that, Kelly, was there anything else you had for the net, or are you good to go today, or you have anything coming up that you want to mention?
Nothing real big on my list of things to do. I have already bought some tables for the DFW Ham Expo, and for those of you who aren't aware, it's it's still at the same mall, but it's in a new location, and I got to go to that venue a couple weeks ago. It was part of a gun show, and it looks like it's going to be a tremendous opportunity for us to have an incredible DFW Ham Expo. It's good to see us getting back into something where we've got some good size and some good opportunities. So I'm looking really forward to it this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. KC5 AMT, back to net. KC5 AMT, back to net.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was there for that same event, and so I think it's going to be pretty fun. Well, thanks for checking into the net. Again, thanks for the Go Kid Challenge last week. Participation there. The event was a success, I think, in my mind, for sure. I enjoyed it. Really appreciated it. And, that event space, it's going to be good. Speaking of the Dakar Club, the Denton County Amateur Radio Association, fourth Mondays of the month at 7 p.m. are their meetings at the Denton County Administrative Courthouse. 1 Courthouse Drive in Denton. They have a few different nets. This net, digitally speaking, Sundays at 2. They have a weekly training net, Mondays at 7. They've got the Salvation Army. Well, I don't know. The Salvation Army, Kelly, Scott, somebody let me know. I've seen it on the calendar, but I haven't heard it on the net. So let me just get some confirmation on that one. I know that Wednesdays are Newsline. Let me break for the repeater. Days at 5 p.m. are the Young Hams net. That one's gaining a lot of popularity as well. And we've got the Aries training net every third Thursday. So they are the main repeater that we're coming through today. We'd like to thank them. And they do have a really great event space. If you haven't checked out their website, definitely check that out for the DFW Ham Expo. It's going to be good this year for sure. It's going to be definitely good. Well, so that little update there. Let's go back to the check-ins. Anybody want to check into the net and talk about kind of what they've got going on in ham radio this week?
Golf 5, Romeo, Joliet, Romeo, Scott. Denton in the truck. Joliet, Romeo, Scott. Denton in the truck. Joliet, Romeo, Scott. Denton in the truck.
Mr. Scott in the truck. Would that also be on the new radio in the truck?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is. And, we've got one set of wires left to run, and then I'm going to call this one done.
That's it. That's the one-stop shop for your truck, HF, VHF, UHF. I mean, maybe we need to get some GMRS in there now, but are you in the mobile category next year with just a one radio to do it all?
Well, I'm not allowed to actually enter because we have to do some judging. But there may be a trip up into Oklahoma to go play at the one up there to see if we can't take the title back.
Yeah. The winner this year was from Oklahoma. He had a great kit, a great system, we'll say, in addition to the kit. It was good. I know you've got that FTX1 now in the truck. I'm jealous, that's for sure. I think I might follow you and do that. What I got inspired really for the Go Kid Challenge was, being able to seeing that popularity of that Yaesu that I had, and people with their ideas. How do I make that Yaesu and a small HF rig combined into one chest-mountable solution that can be hauled around in addition to a go bag on my back kind of thought.
Just keep it away from your head and don't use too much power. That's the only thing I would suggest, especially on the HS side. The 2 meter 70 centimeters. We're not usually pushing more than 5 or 10 watts as it is here in the county, but just don't push too much power.
The thought is keep it QRP, keep it low power, real low power. And the HF rig being on the chest wouldn't be where necessarily the antenna and all that power would be going. But, again, with the Yaesu that I have, little detachable headset there, I've got some distance that I can get on it. So, yeah, there's just some ideas floating around in my head, that's for darn sure.
The thing that's still floating around in my head is I didn't get enough of those brisket tacos. I'm just telling you guys, if Jordan offers to bring food to an event, you best eat it. That's some good stuff.
I have to speak up next time when Miss Morgan asks for tacos at the same time. If she knows I'm cooking a brisket, she knows to find a reason to use them, that's for sure. But yeah, it'll be fun. So Scott, what else? Anything you got going on this week that you're doing? I know you got the radio project done now. What else is on the radar right now?
I got to get with a friend next couple of days to deliver an antenna, and we're starting to sort out some aluminum here to get it to the next ham test that's coming up, and that'll be sometime in April. Other than that, just kind of doing everyday projects to try and get stuff ready to go to that, and relaxing from being done with GoKit for another year.
Great. I did on Friday get a shipping notice from a company in Austin that'd be sending me a radio that you may know of that may be going into GoKit next year. So we'll have to see about that.
You need to bring that to field day. Strike that on out to field day. KG5RGR.
Might be possible. I don't know. Hey, Scott, thanks for checking in the net. I know you're always up to something good. Really appreciate you getting me involved here in Digitally Speaking. It's been fun. It's a fun ride so far, and really appreciate you. All right. So anybody else want to check in the net? We'll move on to the next check-in here. We're talking about kind of ham radio, what you're doing. I had some ideas from the GoKit challenge there that I had mentioned, and just anything you have on the ham radio horizon right now, what you're up to, what you want to get done here in the next before the summer, essentially, is what we're kind of looking for, but could be longer. So anybody want to check in? Go ahead.
Kilo 5, Charlie Whiskey.
Whiskey 5, Golf Mike.
Juliet 5, Golf Kilo Yankee.
CW, we'll start with you, Randall. How are you doing this afternoon?
Hey, Jordan. Man, thanks for running the net. You got a good, strong signal, and I always like net control operators that have strong signals. Hey, one of the things I wanted to mention, Jordan, is you don't have to be a contester to have some fun with the contest. The CQ Worldwide or the CQ WPX contest is going on right now, and 10 meters is just completely lit up. So, if there's guys out there that are technicians that can't really get on the higher bands, well, 10 meters is there, and it's open. All you have to do is give your signal report and a number, and it's supposed to be a sequential number, but if you make one call, if you make one contact, you tell them they're number one, and then make another contact, tell that person they're number two. Anyway, it might be a good chance to get some DX in the log, Jordan.
Randall, you presented to the K5LRK Club last month on some contesting, how-tos, how to get into, some of the programs and some of the websites, and just an introduction into it. Not that you have to go hardcore or anything like that. And that's great information, yeah. If you have that ability just to use the skills and get better. Whether it's it's a nets like this or getting into little mini contests that are fun. That's always good stuff.
Yeah, I'm certainly not a hardcore contester or anything like that. I do enjoy making a few contacts here and there when there's more people on the band. If you're going to sit down and you're going to do some radio, it's nice when the bands are full. I think I've made about 30 contacts in this contest, but that's 30 different countries. So that's pretty cool. Just a few, an hour, 2 hours, sit down here and be able to make a few contacts. I was able to get Saudi Arabia last night, which I've never even heard Saudi Arabia on single sideband. So hopefully that will come through and confirm. And there's just lots of great DX on the bands right now. From I think I've got Germany, Sable Island, Croatia. There's all sorts of stuff out there. So I was thinking about Brandon when he said something about his technician, being a technician. Well, Brandon, this is your chance. If you're out there, you could jump on and make a few contacts this afternoon. Anyway, back to you, Jordan. This is K5CCW.
This is W1JMG Jordan for the Digitally Speaking Net. The 10 meters I think is often really unlooked for the technician. Hey, just curious to give Brandon more context there. What antenna are you using? Because I don't know his Go Kit he was set up for. I don't think he was set up for HF that I saw. But what are you running over there? You running your BTV or what are you running your rain gutters? What are you running to get on that? Just as an idea for others,
Yeah, I'm running the BTV, which is very weak on 10 meters. It's low to the ground. I've got a lot of houses around me, so it's really not that great on 10 meters, but I'm able to still make contacts with it. But something as simple as a ham stick, I'm a big fan of ham sticks for the high bands. I've got worked all states with a ham stick on 20 meters. And maybe I had to drive to Oklahoma and almost be in Oklahoma to get Oklahoma on 20 meters. But I pretty much got every state on 20 meters just by driving around in my car. And so I think I would get a small whip antenna or a ham stick or anything like that can get you on 10, probably all the way up to probably 15, 20 meters.
Good point there. I too have a BTV. I also have a dipole that I can use for the 10 meter band, which is kind of nice there. So you have the contesting that you're going on. Anything else that you've got going on in the ham radio world?
No, I can't really. Not really, Jordan. I looked at my parks on the air stats. And last year, I think I only did 6 or 7 activations, which was kind of sad. That used to be what I did every couple times a week. I would get out there and do an activation. So I think I'm probably going to try to do a little bit more of that this year, especially now that the weather's starting to heat up a little bit. And that's really what I want to go for. The other thing is I'd like to get a wire antenna. You talk about the dipole. Right now, I've only got the BTV, which is good for more longer distance stuff. But the local, closer in on 40 and 80, I don't have much for that. So anyway, but yeah, there's always something to do in radio. I've got, in fact, I heard you talking about you and Sean going out and doing some parks. Man, let me know when y'all do that because I want to do a rove soon and get a bunch of parks. Anyway, I'm just rambling now, but. Back to you, Jordan. K5CCW.
Thanks. Yeah, we'll keep you in the loop there. Really appreciate you checking in the net today, and we'll definitely put some more information out about that road trip. We were on a trip up to Paris one day and just talking about, hey, would it be possible to hit 10 or whatever? We didn't settle on 10 as a definite, but it was kind of that brought the question up. And, we'll definitely put more information about that whenever we lock down details. So really appreciate you checking in the net. Let me break for the repeater. check-in 5, was that golf MJ? Is that what it was? The second check-in there after Randall was? Is that what it was? The second check-in there after Randall was? Is that what it was? The second check-in there after Randall was?
Kilo.
Oh, try Whiskey 5 Golf Mike.
Oh, here in
Try
Richardson.
Whiskey 5 Golf Mike.
Oh, here in Richardson.
Whiskey 5 Golf Mike.
Mike, go ahead. Mike, go ahead.
Yes. That 10 meter is definitely busy, and they're blowing me out of the house. It's really strong signals today. Using a full-up vertical antenna from a Tornado from Italy. Pretty nice antenna. Used a little G90 to get on there to start with. It's been pretty busy. Back to you. It's been pretty busy. Back to you.
Check this 10-meter net. This 10-meter band here after I get off this net today. It sounded like it is pretty hot. I've been caught up this weekend with some high school daughter color guard events. That's been fun. In addition to my wanting to working on the Go Kit ideas. So yeah, the 10-meter band sounds like a lot of fun. And like I said, it's something that I as a technician really didn't look into that hard. But yeah, you can have a lot of fun out there.
And then the other thing we've been busy on is GMRS has quite a group here in the Richardson, Garland, Dallas area on the 600, and they have real good nets Monday through Thursday nights at 8:30. It's been pretty active also. I think they've got around 1,500 members, but there's about 25 or 30 that stays pretty busy on it during the net. Other thing I'd like to get into is I've got a Shark RF Pro 4, and I sure would like to hook up with somebody that can guide me through that on setups and getting it operational. If there's anybody volunteering out there, back to you, Jordan. Back to you, Jordan.
I think that at GMRS, not only that, but I'm seeing a lot more, in the social media space with ham radio, people wanting and trying to get into it. So it'll be definitely interesting to see, as more and more people come back into ham radio, and even that the gateway there with GMRS, it'll be definitely interesting. I have the Shark RF 3. So if you want to look me up on QRZW1JMG or just send me an email, jordan.goodyear@gmail.com, I can probably get you connected with the 4 there as well. I don't think there's much differences in the software, the processing for sure, but not the software there. But really appreciate you checking into that today, and I hope you have a great weekend as well.
Okay, Jordan, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks for running the net. You sound great. This is Glenn over in Richardson, sitting on the couch. KJ5GKY, clear. KJ5GKY, clear. KJ5GKY, clear.
Thank you again, Lynn. Appreciate it. All right. Well, let's go ahead. Well, there was one other check-in. Let me double check. Was it KG5GKY? It was a double, so it didn't clear here. But what was that last check-in that we had? We had 3 there in a row.
Wow. So you just cleared with GKY, and you called me, W5GM. W5GM.
5GM. I apologize about that, and appreciate you coming back to me.
Okay. Let's see. Almost forgot even what I was going to talk about. I think you had thrown out a query. I think it was something along the lines of what are you doing in amateur radio or something. Can you repeat that question again?
No worries at all. Yeah, we're just talking. You know, like I said, I come off the Go Kit Challenge last week here up in Denton, and had some ideas about new Go Kits, and that led me just to hey, what are you working on? And I've got Go Kits on my mind, but what in the ham radio world are you up to this week? What are you aspiring to do, or any projects you've got going on? Just kind of a general check in on the ham radio side of things. Just kind of a general check in on the ham radio side of things.
Okay. Well, already got the Go Kit. That's in the bag. I used one of the Pelican cases. In fact, it's the biggest one that's allowed to go in and check or overhead baggage on any airline. And have, let's see, ICOM ID5100 on top of a Samlex 23 amp power supply. That fits in there, as well as a second set up with the ICOM IC7000 and the LDG IT100 tuner. So anyhow, they're both mounted in TACCOM cases, so they're a little bit ruggedized and they stack really nice. All tap, different subjects all together. This week, I think if everything goes right, ham radio in the airplane. That's I'm working on that one. We'll see how it goes. W5GM. That one, we'll see how it goes. W5GM.
The airplane sounds like a whole lot of fun. That's for sure. Got the Go Kit sorted there. I've got a number of Go Kits that I use. I have one probably that could go in the airplane there if we needed it to. You know what I mean? But that sounds pretty fun. That's worthy of a check-in next week to see how that went for you. If you've got that going for you. Check-in next week to see how that went for you. If you've got that going for you.
Well, next week, if everything works out this week and I get the engine, I had a cylinder off the engine, I'm getting overhauled. Next week, I'll be hopefully flying Saturday and Sunday. We'll see if that works out. And if I am flying and everything is hooked up right, there'll be W5GM Aeronautical Mobile. There'll be W5GM Aeronautical Mobile.
It's pretty fantastic, and that's definitely interesting for sure to hear exactly how that would work out for you, because if height is king, then you win there. That's for sure. If height is king, then you win there. That's for sure.
You would be amazed at how far you can talk on 5 watts at 5,000 feet. Absolutely amazing. And basically, just kind of brief, high-level overview. I've got an ICOM IC7000 that gets mounted back in the tail. I've already got my VHF-UHF antenna, which is a shortened ELT antenna. It's an electronic location transmitter. It goes off if the plane crashes, allegedly. Anyhow, the VHF-UHF part, ELT antenna, 23 inches, cut it down to 19. Works great everywhere it's supposed to. And I'm still working on a design for the HF antenna, but it's going to be something, thinking a long wire antenna that'll trail the aircraft at cruising altitudes, supported by a wiffle ball. But again, I'm still working on a good, feasible design.
Is it with that long wire? Is that would be something you just set up on the ground with the wiffle ball, or was that something you try to have to be retractable? That
would be retractable. Think of the ELS antenna that a submarine would use when Captain gives the command to float the buoy, and they're dragging this buoy behind the sub with a long wire on it to get down to the 1 megahertz frequency space to receive their communication from wherever Comgrad or whatever the submarines normally talk to. And thinking about doing something very similar to it, like the opti beams, or they have there's an opti antenna that's got it's a vertical, and it's got basically a remote control box that's got a LED readout. It's a God, apologize for the whining in the back. That's my inquiry for starter. Anyway, if you want to get to 20 meters, you roll out, 150 on the meter, and that's close enough. Or 40 meters, you might roll out 165. Kind of like a screwdriver sort of setup, but by releasing wire from a little spool.
Sounds awesome. Yeah, I mean, if you could have that retractability and free whatever antenna you wanted to up there, that'd be a whole lot of fun. Well, is there anything else you got going on? I mean, the airplanes. This is kind of hard to beat. It's pretty cool. But was there anything else you had for the net, or anything you got going on in the ham radio this week?
Nope. Let's stuff that in a thimble and call it good. Feel free to take your next check-in. This is Whiskey 5 Golf Mike. Have a good one. See you. Check-in. This is Whiskey 5 Golf Mike. Have a good one.
Check-in, Whiskey 5 Golf Mike. Really appreciate it. I'm W1JMG Jordan, the host of the Digitally Speaking Net. So before we have a few more check-ins, got a few more updates here. I mentioned earlier, the Lake Erie Amateur Radio Club is one of the clubs that we're broadcasting through here up in North Texas. They're over in the Colony. A few little updates there. We've got every meeting, or every second Tuesday of every month, so this week Tuesday, 7 p.m. at 6804 Main Street, the old Blockbuster building right north of the library. Let me break for the repeater. Meeting there. I think the topic this month is how to properly prank someone. So we've got that going on as it is April 1st. We've got weekly training net on Tuesdays at 7:30. We do a simplex net on the 147.38 repeater every first Wednesday at 8 o'clock. That's a fun one. So I bring out my Yagi for that one to make sure I can hit it up from here up in Prosper. We've got a contesting net the last Sundays of the month at 7:30. WinLink Wednesday is something that we actively participate in as a group as well. You can find more information out at winlinkwednesday.net. Let me break the repeater again. We also do Saturday breakfast. So Saturday it rotates every week. The first Saturday we do Cowboys Restaurant over in Lake Dallas. The third Saturday we do a location. Right now it's the Whataburger in Frisco off of 423 and the Main, I think it is down there. We've got a location that may be changing here, so stay check our calendar at k5lrk.net for any updates there. Do we have anybody else from Lark that has any other announcements that they've got that I missed? If you've got anything for Lark, go ahead and go ahead and come forward for me. Nothing there. I think I got all, which is a good thing. With that, we'll go ahead and take our next check-in. Anybody want to check into the net and talk about kind of what they have got going on ham radio today? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Kilo X-ray 7, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Kilo X-ray 7, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Kilo X-ray 7, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Mr. Sean, how are you doing this afternoon? I know you were at the Go Kit Challenge. What are you now going to work on going forward, or what are you working on this week?
Well, that's an easy question. The answer, my Go Kit, which is my truck in most cases, is always a work in progress. There's definitely more upgraded things I need to do, so that's pretty much where it's going to be. Building out the radio bag also is probably going to be going on. The truck is always the main focus. I want to get that sucker perfect the way I want it.
Dan, my mobile Go Kit next year is going to be my truck with the Kenwood and, like Scott, the FTX1. the vaporware kinware that everybody keeps telling me that's not coming out. I'm going to have it. It's going to be there. It's going to be in the truck. That'll be good. And yeah, I'm thinking about changing the antennas on the truck as well. So I get it. The truck being your truck and the shack being a work in progress always. Shack being a work in progress always.
I think that's part of our thing with us being us. It's always a work in progress. We'll never be happy with what we currently have. We need to get the latest, greatest, best guns, right? I'm not best. I'm not out to be latest and greatest, but I know people enjoy flexing what they need to flex.
Absolutely, and Sean, I mentioned earlier on maybe a POTA adventure as well, and we talked about that. We'll make it more public as we go forward and make sure that it's available for a few. We wanted to go get the award for number of parks in a day, and that led us to passing by on our trip to Paris a number of state parks and going how many could we get in a day with days work. So I know we'll have more information coming out on that, and we'll provide the net updates here as well if anybody else wants to participate as to where that data lives as we move forward with it. Right now it's just the idea state, but yeah, we'll provide more information there. So do you have anything else going on, Sean?
Nothing too major going on. Of course, always follow me on YouTube, WTF.Reydio. We are streaming currently. We're having a nice little chat in the background over there. Got one going on in TikTok as well. And don't forget to follow me and Prep and Paul Sunday nights, mainly on Paul's channel, Sunday nights at 8:30 Central. For all kinds of stuff. Tonight's topic is going to be what may or may not be coming up in ICOM. Check it out and find out.
Intriguing one of those YouTube hangnails there. I wish I could see the thumbnail for that one as well. That one's definitely a mystery for sure. Well, Sean, really appreciate you checking into the net, and keep up the YouTube stuff. Really like the content there. WTF.Reydio, that's REYDIO. Check him out on YouTube. Just do a quick search, you'll find him. Sean, really appreciate the check-in today. I'm W1JMG Jordan for the Digitally Speaking Net, and we'll go ahead and take one more check-in. Anybody else want to check in? Go ahead. And we'll go ahead and take one more check-in.
Echo Lima.
Mobile.
4 Echo Lima.
Kilo 3 Juliet Romeo Zulu. Kilo 3 Juliet Romeo Zulu. Kilo 3 Juliet Romeo Zulu.
KC4EEL in there, the first one. So let's go ahead with Bentley. Bentley, what do you got going on this weekend?
No, not much. I'm about to go crawl on the roof if it's not too cold outside yet, and do a little measuring, and hopefully, if I'm lucky, I'll go get my gym pole. And that's my plan for today. And I know you got others. I don't have anything else, Jordan. Thanks for letting me check in. KC4EL, back to net. KC4EL, back to net.
Be careful on the roof. The weather should be good for you. That's good. No wind either, so you shouldn't worry about getting blown off. That's handy. And another antenna, always welcome. I don't know about Miss Trish, but always welcome to put up a new antenna. That's always a fun adventure. Up there, I missed the second check-in there, so if you wouldn't come again, if you were right after KC4, I've got K3 JRZ on the log here. I'll come to you in just a second, but there was another one in between there. What was that call sign again?
Alpha Echo 5, India Victor. Alpha Echo 5, India Victor.
Echo 5, yeah. Go ahead with your traffic there. What do you have going on Ham Radio this week?
I'm working on programming a new radio for my company car. It's a Motorola dual band, a commercial radio, and about a third of the way through programming it. It's 3,000 channel radio. I'm only going to use about half of that space, and I'm programming up
all kinds of different zones, different things. I got to do all the highways next. I got all the counties done that I'm in or near. Just got to do the highways, and I got a couple of statewide works done. So it's a lot of program, a lot of time, but it'll be real nice once it's done. They get dropped in the vehicle, back antennas, since I can't drill holes. So that's my project. Should get done by probably 2 more weeks. 5 IV.
Well, I played with that CPS software they have a little bit there, and having worked in the IT space for a number of years, that confuses me. They have some really proprietary stuff they do that can get tricky for sure. So good luck with that for sure. Mag mounts on the car, that's easy. Just put it in the middle if you can. You know how that works. But yeah, that's a fun project, and the commercial space I haven't worked in before, but I can imagine that's always always a fun adventure in that space for sure. Always a fun adventure in that space.
Big series of radios I'm working on. The software is even worse than CPS, and I've been using commercial radios ever since I had FCC and almost my 32 on it, and that's a trip to daylight every day. So I've carried commercial radios ever since.
Two more weeks in that project, and how much that software versus hardware there?
Smart software, brand new radio. It's going for about $2,500. I got this for handling. The software, I already had a copy.
Like a fun project for sure. Did you have anything else to the net this week?
Really. Back at HF antenna, the apartment working. I'll use alpha with a short whip, which I put up in the evening, take down in the morning so the neighbors don't see it. Then I keep power under 50 watts so I don't irradiate people without their knowledge and keep out of their good time equipment.
It's always a fun adventure for sure, making sure that you don't impact the others there. Well, really appreciate you checking in the net. Good luck with the commercial software there, and getting the mag mounts and everything. Really appreciate you checking in today. Really do. And hope you have a great day. Was that the next check-in? Was that Kilo 3 Juliet Romeo Zeta? What was that third check-in there? I'm going to make sure I get my notes right here. What was that third check-in there? I'm going to make sure I get my notes.
That's correct. Kilo 3 Juliet Romeo Zulu. Jeff in Delaware. Juliet Romeo Zulu. Jeff in Delaware.
Delaware, I'm Jordan in Prosper, Texas. It's W1JMG. Nice to meet you on the net today. What do you have going on in ham radio? I know Delaware, is there different challenges there? No, different opportunities there that you have that maybe we don't have in Texas from propagation or something like that,
Nice to meet you, Jordan. I started checking in a few weeks ago, probably last month, I guess. I know Paul and Shane, and they got me into here. Well, being on the East Coast, it's easier to hit Europe sometimes. I do like to do parks on the air from locations that are either on the Delaware, well, mostly they're on the Delaware River. I was going to say the Delaware Bay, but I don't always go down to the southern part of the state. I'm in the central northern part of the state, or the northern central part, or central northern part, so like that. But if you look at a map, I'm just a few miles from the canal that splits the northern county in half. But one thing I've been doing is getting out on 146.52 a lot. my buddy Mike N2MAK put out a challenge to people to get on there for 52 days, .52, 52 days. So I've been doing that. Been working on my week 4 video for my YouTube channel. And about to do that. Probably do another, record another video. I got like 4 POTA videos to edit through. I'll probably get to them eventually. Did some remote VE stuff this weekend. Let me break for a second. Let's go do another one later today, actually around, for you guys it's 2 p.m. Central. But I'm no longer ARRL credited for some reason. I was 4 years ago, but apparently I fell off somehow. So this guy wanted me to help him out, and I had to do a rain check on that for him. I'll have to get reaccredited. But one thing, 146.52 simplex is not too busy here, unlike some areas. It really depends on, well, one, the people, and two, the geography and if anyone's actually on or not. Some areas have better or more activity on there. Delaware does not. Don't rely on it to make a contact if you need desperate help for a POTA activation. I've done that before. It doesn't work. I'll send it back to you. K3 Jersey.
Well, Jeff, you said you had uploads there. I didn't catch it. Did you mention your YouTube channel? What's the channel name? Is this your call sign? I didn't catch it. Did you mention your YouTube channel? What's the channel name? Is this your call sign?
Yeah, for the most part, it's my call sign. It's K3 Jersey on the air. I think I might take off on the air part. Just make it my call sign. Yeah, I've been doing that for about 4 or 5 years now. 5 years now, that is. Yeah. Started to, it basically started because, document my POTA activations and the bad activity that happens on the air. People say they're parked at parks, people saying we never make contact, and you can't argue against documented video proof of your call sign, my call sign, exchanging park numbers and signal reports and saying 73. And there you go, evidence it happened. So that's why I created the channel. I'm been venturing into other things recently, but the POTA stuff's been pretty easy for me to do, so I've been doing that for the most of the time, but I've been having a lot of fun doing it.
Fantastic. Yeah, you know, the VE stuff you're doing, the POTA stuff, YouTube. Activity is the key to this hobby, you know. Just staying active in it is always fun. So, you know, I have to check your channel out. I don't think I've seen your channel yet, and that's on me missing it, obviously. So I'll have to go check that out and see what you're up to over there.
Like I said, most of it's like it's documenting my POTA activation. I do throw in a lot of comedy, at least what I think is funny, into the video. Little video clips from movies, TV shows. Some might be obscure to some Americans. I'm a big fan of British sitcoms. I have been for, God knows, 40 years or so. And my theme of my channel eventually developed into the early or late 70s, early 80s 8-bit kind of video game stuff. Just seemed to kind of work with me or for me. But yeah, anyone that wanted to visit, just K3 Jersey in YouTube, and you'll stumble across me. Everyone have a good day, and if there's nothing else, I'll just say 73. K3 Jersey.
7-3, Jeff. This is W1JMZ Jordan for the Digitally Speaking Net. Really appreciate you checking in, all the way from Delaware. I really appreciate that. That's probably because of one of the AllStar links that we've got set up there. Really appreciate your time today. So thank you very much. All right, before we take the next round of check-ins here, I just want to give you a little bit more information on some of the clubs here behind the scenes that help out. Give you a little information on what they've got going on in their events and schedules. So the Louisville Amateur Radio Association, Louisville, Texas, of course, if you're not Jeff in Texas, they've got their club meeting every third Tuesday of the month at 6:30. That's at Thrive at 1950 South Valley Parkway in Louisville. I think the topic this week is how to win the Go Kid Challenge. So I think that's pretty good. I think actually they're going to be doing that one remote from Oklahoma this week. So that's where it'll be good. They have a weekly and training net on Wednesdays as well. Let me break for the repeater. They have a weekly and training net on Wednesdays as well. Let me break for the repeater. They have a weekly and training net on Wednesdays as well. Let me break for the repeater. Laura breakfast. They have a breakfast as well every Saturday at 8. That changes the location. March's first watch on Justin Road and Flower Mound. That will change next week. So just refer to their calendar on their website for more information there. Yeah, just reading my notes. Sorry, I had a blank there. Apologize. But if we've got any more check-ins for the net, let's go ahead and have a few more check-in here and continue the conversation of what's going on in ham radio in your world. I'm coming off a Go Kit challenge and thinking about building some more Go Kits and some modifications to mine. And what do you have going on in ham radio this week? We'll go ahead and take a check-in now. What do you have going on in ham radio this week? We'll go ahead and take a check-in now.
Kilo India 5, Victor Yankee Delta, Jerry.
Marshall County, Oklahoma.
Victor Yankee Delta, Jerry.
Marshall County, Oklahoma.
India 5, you doubled there, but Kilo India 5, go ahead with the rest of that. India 5, you doubled there, but Kilo India 5, go ahead with
Kilo India 5, Victor Yankee Delta, this is Jerry. Kilo India 5, Victor Yankee Delta, this is Jerry.
Jordan, nice to meet you over the radio today. How are you doing today? And what do you have going on in ham radio? Nice to meet you over the radio today. How are you doing today? And what do you have going on in ham radio?
Thank you for hosting this net. I'm currently located from College Station. I'm joining the net with WTF.Reydio repeater. I'm currently working on making a DMR repeater since the DMR repeater from A&M University is down right now, and I think it's nice for us to have a backup. This is KF5P back to net. This is KF5P back to net.
Sounds like a whole lot of fun, a DMR repeater. I myself haven't gotten into the repeater space as of yet. Still an end user of most of them. So that sounds like a pretty fun project. How long do you think that'll take you?
I've been working on that on and off. Sometimes I'm just buying parts, and sometimes assemble them, and I don't have time to assemble most of the stuff during the weekdays. So it has been I spent 2 weeks on getting all the parts, and now I have all the parts. I'm trying to solder the connection together, and it's not really working. But I hope it will work in next 2 weeks. I hope finger crossed, it will work in the next 2 weeks. But it might take longer. You don't know what life caught on you. KF5 ready. Life caught on you.
I completely understand. Yeah, life gets in the way sometimes of ham radio. Unfortunate, but yeah, it does. Well, Jerry, do you have anything else for the net today? But yeah, it does. Well, Jerry, do you have anything else for the net today?
That'll be it. Thank you very much for hosting the net. I 2 years ago I joined the net regularly, but life caught on me. So thank you very much for hosting the net, and it's good to be back on air again. KF5 ready, back to net control. It's good to be back on air again.
KF5 BYD, thanks for the check-in today. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Good luck on the DMR build, the repeater build. That should be fun. I know if it's any trouble as the programming a DMR handheld, Godspeed. I hope luck's with you, and that'll be a fun route. There was another station that checked in there from Oklahoma. I didn't get the call sign, but I heard you were coming in from Oklahoma. Go ahead with your call sign and your name. Oklahoma. I didn't get the call sign, but I heard you were coming in from Oklahoma.
Whiskey 5, Mike Golf Mike, Marshall County, Oklahoma, and I'm mobile. Whiskey 5, Mike Golf Mike, Marshall County, Oklahoma, and I'm mobile.
Mike Golf Mike, really appreciate you checking in there. If you've got time and the ability, I know you're mobile, but what do you got going on in the ham radio space this week? If you've got time and the ability, I know you're mobile, but what do you got going on in the ham radio?
Fiddling around with some of this AllStar stuff. That's about it. hadn't had too much time for nothing else this week. Some of this AllStar stuff. I got my repeater in my trunk myself. That works out pretty good. Anyway, we're just rolling here. You may lose me. I'm hitting bottom. I don't know how good cell service is up here where I'm at. But anyway, not too much going on. W5MGM. Where I'm at. But anyway, not too much going on.
About to ask you what you got. You got the repeater in your trunk there. That's I'm thinking about doing some AllStar stuff with one of those Sherry nodes and connecting it up to the phone in the truck as well. So yeah, that sounds like some interesting stuff you have going on there in the truck for sure. As well. So yeah, that sounds like some interesting stuff you have going on.
What I do is basically the Sherry. I mean, this is basically the same thing as the Sherry's got. This is just I bought this one off of hotspotradios.com. It's literally a low power repeater. It's got a transmitter and receiver on it, and separate the antennas. It works real well. And anyway, separate the antennas. It works real well. And anyway, separate the antennas. It works real well.
Coming into the net here today, you were 5'9" plus. It sounds like you're right in the room with me. So whatever you got going on there, kudos, because it's working real well. Like you're right in the room with me. So whatever you got going on there, kudos, because it's
yeah, well, I was gonna tell you, talking about getting into it.
Whatever you got going on there, kudos, because it's
yeah, well, I was gonna tell you, talking about getting into it. HSR deal first, because I mean, if you want a full duplex deal, that's honestly HSR deal first, because I mean, if you want a full duplex deal, that's honestly HSR deal first, because like I said, full duplex deal, that's honestly HSR deal first, because like I said,
Hey, Golf, you're getting a little bit spotty for me, so you're right, that cell coverage may be deteriorating there. Was there anything else you had for the net today? You're getting a little bit spotty for me, so you're right, that cell coverage may be deteriorating there. Was there anything else you had for the net today? You're getting a little bit spotty for me, so you're right, that cell coverage may be deteriorating there. Was there anything else you had for the net today? You're getting a little bit spotty for me, so you're right, that cell coverage may be deteriorating there. Was there anything else you had for the net today? It's a Verizon. Can you hear me now, guy? Because W5MGM on the AllStar node. I think we lost him. W5MGM. That's okay. He'll be back. Cell phone service is good. With that, appreciate the check-in. Really appreciate it. Like I said, I'm looking into that Sherry Node stuff. In addition to the Go Kid, in addition to the Shack, in addition, this hobby, guys. This is just, there's always one thing after another. It's a never ending. It's just fantastic. We break through, Peter. There's always one thing after another. It's a never ending. It's just fantastic. We break through, Peter. Take our next round of check-ins here. I know we're coming up to a little after the top of the hour. Been on a little over an hour. That's good. Some ham fests coming up. Some ham fests. This is really the information that you want. We've got the Mean Green County Ham Fest Friday, April 10th. That's happening in Claremore, Oklahoma, at the Claremore Expo Center. You can go to greencountyhamfest.org to find out more information than that. April 10th, from 4 to 9, and Saturday the 11th from 8 to 3. So that should be a good ham fest. We break the repeater. Saturday the 11th from 8 to 3. So that should be a game weekend. We have another ham fest down in Belton, the Ham Expo in Belton. That's going to be, that Friday, April the 10th, and Saturday, April the 11th. On Friday, I think it's open at noon for tailgating only. Saturday will be the full-blown show at the Bell County Expo Center in Belton. That's held by the Temple Amateur Radio Club's putting that on. If you go to their website, tarc.org/hamexpo, you can find more information. And those are the two most recent ham fests that are coming up in the area. Let's put it that way. Here down in North Texas, ham fests that are coming up in the area. Let's put it that way. Here down in North Texas, ham fests that are coming up in the area. Let's put it that way. If you haven't heard on the net, the DFW Ham Expo is coming in June. You can go to DFWHamExpo.com to find more information about that. Hamvention 2026, that's coming up in May. You can find more information about that. That's going to be the big boy of the ham expos there. Hamvention.org. You can find more information about that. That's coming up May 15th, 16th, and 17th in Xenia, Ohio, where it always occurs there. So just a heads up, that's coming. In Xenia, Ohio. Friday, May 29th, and Saturday, May 30th, there's the Radio Siesta in San Antonio. That's going to be in Schertz at the Schertz Civic Center. You can find more information at w5sc.org/radio-siesta. That should be another radio ham fest that is close here to the DFW area that I would encourage everyone to get down to. San Antonio is fantastic to visit. So with that, go ahead and break the repeater. San Antonio is fantastic to visit. So with that, go ahead and bring some information out there. Let's go ahead and take some more check-ins here. We've got a little bit more time before Scott gets mad at me and says, hey, stop. But let's take a few more check-ins here. Let's go with call sign first name. That'll make it easier for me. So if I miss your call sign, at least get your name. And let's see if we can get some more check-ins to the net. At least get your name. And let's see if we can get some more check-ins to the net.
Kilo Juliet 5, Lima Lima Oscar, Edgar. Kilo Juliet 5, Lima Lima Oscar, Edgar.
5 Lima Lima Oscar, Edgar. W1JMG, Jordan, nice to meet you on the radio today. How you doing, and what do you got going on Ham Radio? W1JMG, Jordan, nice to meet you on the radio today. How you doing, and what do you got going on Ham Radio?
So far, doing pretty good. Just relaxing on Sunday and listening to you guys and listening to everybody, what they're actually doing on their Ham Radio Week. Pretty amazing to actually listen to everybody. In my case, I was actually working on a Raspberry Pi, and I finally did my AllStar note. And currently, right now, we're to some repeaters in Georgia and talk group 358 and TGIF. So, I want to actually appreciate the guys for letting me the opportunity to link, this repeater to their home over there. So, I appreciate that. Let me reset right quick. This repeater to their home over there. So, I appreciate that. Besides that, actually working also in a permanent solution for my HF rig. I was actually able to actually get some advice from David, K5DTH. He actually sent me some of the things that he actually did on his home, so I do appreciate that. And looking forward to actually get everything set up. He actually tested it, and he was actually saying that it worked pretty well, so looking forward to that. So I don't have to actually be doing my temporary setup out there, and I can actually have my HF rig all the time. Besides that, just enjoying the radio, and I don't think I actually have anything else. I want to wish everybody a good afternoon, and 7-3s, everybody. This is Kilo Juliet 5, Lima Lima Oscar, back to net control. And 7-3s, everybody.
Really appreciate it. Good luck with that permanent setup for your HF. I know when I got mine set up, it was game-changing. I can do FT8 from a Zoom call now. It's great. Really appreciate your time today and checking into the net. Thank you very much for that. And with that, we'll go on to the next check-in. Anybody else want to check into the digitally speaking net? And with that, we'll go on to the next check-in.
W5MGM.
With that, we'll go on to the next check-in. W5MGM, go ahead.
I'm kind of out here in the middle of nowhere in southern Oklahoma, and as you can tell, cell service. Southern Oklahoma, and as you can tell, cell service. Well, check out. Go off and buy a Sherry. I mean, they're all the same thing, but you know what I'm saying. If you want a full duplex deal, they're always fun. W5MGM. If you want a full duplex deal, they're always fun.
Caught the first part of that conversation, and then there was a little skippy there. You got the last part, and the Sherry nodes, and like I said, Edgar that just checked in had his Raspberry Pi. There's a couple of angles you can go there for sure. I know on my journey, I'm excuse me, I'm exploring all of them for sure. But hey, stay safe out there, and definitely if you make this trek on Saturdays or Sundays, definitely check in with us again. I really appreciate it, and good luck with that mobile setup you have there. Really appreciate your time checking into the net. And good luck with that mobile setup you have there.
Yeah, I'll take it easy. Yeah, like I said, it works pretty well as long as you got good cell service when you're mobile. Anyway, catch you later. W5MGM.
Thanks again for checking in and rechecking in with us. I told Annette that he'd be back with us, and for sure enough you were, so really appreciate it. So 7-3. All right, we can go ahead and take the next check-in. Go ahead and come with your call sign and your first name, and we'll see what you've got going on Ham Radio this week. Come with your call sign and your first name.
Alpha Golf 5, Yankee Mike, Travis. Alpha Golf 5, Yankee
Alpha Golf 5, Yankee Mike, Travis. How are you doing today, and what do you have going on Ham Radio? Alpha Golf 5, Yankee Mike, Travis.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Actually working out in the garage, trying to get an area set up so I can have my radio set up on a full-time basis. Got a Yaesu FT7900 hooked up to my base antenna. So I'm running a whopping 5 watts through this because I'm right here in Denton, so I'm probably overpowering the repeater anyway. But other than that, just trying to keep busy. Enjoyed the Go Kit Challenge last week, seeing everything that everybody had going on. Trying to get down to the point that I can do some things like that. But other than that, I just started a new job, so I'm not doing a whole lot ham radio at the moment. So that's what I've got. I'll let it go back to you. Again, thank you for running the net, and you have a good day. AG5YM. Again, thank you for running the net.
Thanks for checking the net. Really appreciate your time today. Good luck with that setup there in the garage. I know the setups are always fun and interesting to do, and challenging, and overcoming that is a success, is super satisfying. So appreciate your time today checking into the net. And we'll go ahead. Anybody else want to check into that? Come ahead with your call sign and your name, and just let us know what you're doing in ham radio this week. Come ahead with your call sign and your name, and just let us know what you're doing in ham radio this week. Come ahead with your call sign and your name, and just let us know what
November Echo 5 Golf Tango Greg. November Echo 5 Golf Tango Greg.
5 Golf Tango Greg. I think you mean the Go Kit Challenge mobile winner this year, if I'm not correct, right? I think you mean the Go Kit Challenge mobile winner.
Any 5GT. Well, that's not what I meant, but yeah, I did win. It was great. I had a lot of fun. Any 5GT. Well, that's not what I meant. Yeah, I haven't been doing much. What's on Go Kit Challenge here is a lot of work. I know Scott and everybody puts that on, even puts in more work than us participants or hams and show. It was great to see a lot of people out there. It was really fun. Any 5GT. It was great to see a lot of people out there. It was really fun.
Agree. I know. I liked your setup with with what you had there in the back of the truck, and the carbon fiber beam that you had up, and yeah, that was pretty slick. I can see that being a super efficient motor rig for sure, and I'm not sure if you use it for that. I would imagine you do. But yeah, that was pretty fantastic, and yeah, I got a lot of ideas too. So thanks for Scott and Kelly. You heard them earlier check in. They were the ones behind the Go Kit Challenge, and they put a lot of time and effort in it. Really appreciate that. But yeah, Greg, anything else you got going on ham radio this week? Really appreciate that. But yeah, Greg, anything else you got going on ham radio this week? Really appreciate that.
Any 5GT. Yeah, we do use it for POTA now and then. Just leave it in the back of the truck. It's watertight and everything. But usually use that for like field day or scouts on the air, jamboree on the air. But all I've been doing in ham radio is trying to decide. Maybe Scott can help me out. Trying to decide Claremont or Belton. Claremont or Belton. I just don't know. I've been to Belton a lot. Never been to Claremont. Any 5GT. I just don't know. I've been to Belton a lot. Never been to Claremont. Any 5GT. I just don't know. I've been to Belton.
Same weekend. Which one do we go to? So maybe we'll ask him. Greg, Scott, 85RJR. Give us a lowdown on which what to expect from each of them. Don't say which one's your favorite, but give us a little detail if you've got it on what's going on at each of those. And Greg, really appreciate you checking into the net for today. And we won't be the end of the conversation, but we'll see if we can get Scott here to see a little bit of clarity. We have a conflicting schedule here, so let's get an expert on the line to see what's going on here. We have a conflicting schedule here, so let's get an expert.
You would ask me just as the phone rang, so Bentley, I'll call you right back. I go to Claremore Fall because the other person in the house, Chris, like a lobster at the one that will be happening at Belton with the tailgate. And we do the Claremore one in the spring, but then we do Belton in the fall. That's just how we do it. And I will say about the same size for both. The Claremore location is indoors. If you haven't been, you're hitting 4 states all at once pretty much, because you're right up there in that corner where it's real easy to tag all 4 locations. We've got vendor booths up there, and then this fall we'll have a vendor booth down in Belton. KG5RJR. We've got vendor booths up there, and then this fall we'll have a vendor booth.
Thanks for that clarification. Really appreciate it. Go check on Bentley. Remember, he was getting up new antenna on the roof, so keep us updated in the back channels for that one and make sure everything's good there. Appreciate it. And Greg, there you go. You got some information. What he said, 4 states. I've been to Belton. I had some good deals there. I found some really good stuff. But 4 states, that may intrigue me to go up to Oklahoma. I had some good deals there. I found some really good stuff. But 4 states, that may intrigue me.
5GT, 4 states. Yeah, because you're near the borders of 4 states. Scott told us what he attends, but I wonder if he could share any pluses and minuses of each one. Scott told us what he attends, but any 5GT. Any pluses and minuses of each one. Scott told us what he attends, but any 5GT. Any pluses and minuses of each one.
Spot there, I think, really weather, as far as pluses and minuses. Like I said, I think I might go Claremore this year. I've been to Belton the last couple years, and it's easy to get to. But if you're looking for some rare gear, some odd stuff, 4 states sounds very interesting to me. But Scott, do you have any input there? Or are you going to check on Bentley? To me. But Scott, do you have any input there? Or are you going to check on Bentley? To me. But Scott, do you have any input there? Or are you going to check on? Sort back with Scott on that one. But I'm interested to find a little bit more about that Oklahoma one for sure. And with that, we'll leave it at that. We'll dive into it and figure that out, and hopefully have an answer here in the next couple days, so we know where to go. Figure that out, and hopefully have an answer here in the next couple days.
IGT. Yeah, I think I've decided. I've never been to Claremore, so been down to Belton a lot. It's great. So let's go do something new. Any 5GT, I'll be clear. Back to the net. Do something new. Any 5GT.
Thanks for the check-in. Really appreciate it. Thanks for your time today. And getting us a little bit more insight on that pileup that we have as far as Hamfest goes. So really appreciate that. I'm W1JMG Jordan for the Digitally Speaking Net today. This net happens every Sunday at 2 o'clock. We run it for no more than 2 hours. We try, but 2 hours we shoot for. With that, is there anybody else that wants to check into the net? If so, come with your call sign and your name, and we'll talk about kind of just what you've got going on in ham radio this week, month, year. Just an outlook. I've been updating some ideas in my head, so let's see what you have in yours. So if you come now with your call sign and your first name, really appreciate it. So let's see what you have in yours. So if you come now with your call sign and your first name, really appreciate it. So let's see what you have in yours. So if you come now with your call sign and your first name, really appreciate it. So let's see what you have in yours. So if you come now with your call sign and your first name, really appreciate it. So let's see what you have in yours. So if you come now with your call sign and your first name, really appreciate it. All right, let me just double check here on any notes that I have as far as moving forward that I missed. I know that there's some April Foolery, tomfoolery going on in the background here, which is always fun and interesting. But, I made a copy, and I'm using that because I'm a smart guy. And I know the folks that are behind all this is fun time. Just open up. Does anybody else have any announcements or anything that I missed on the script tonight, today? Anything else that we want to bring up in ham radio? Yeah, if you do, go ahead and come now. Bring up in ham radio. Yeah, if you do, go ahead and come now. Bring up in ham radio. Yeah, if you do, go ahead and come now. Well, nothing there, so that's always good. We covered everything that we needed to this week. Really appreciate everybody's check-ins today. Really appreciate you taking the time out to be with us and check in and share information there on what you guys are up to. We've got a bunch of good clubs here. Like I said, the Denton Amateur Radio Club, Lake Area Amateur Richardson. We've got the College Station Club down there this week. If you heard some folks check in, AllStar is connected. We have a number of those. Which is great, and really appreciate the time today. I don't have anything else from my side. I think we've got all the announcements done. If you do want to check out more information about this net, the Digitally Speaking Net, you can visit us online at digitally-speaking.com. And with that, I will conclude the net. Like I said, I don't have anything else going on. I will go ahead and conclude the net today for Digitally Speaking. Let me break the repeater. Conclude the net today. Again, really appreciate everybody. Scott, behind the scenes. Sean, streaming it online. Really appreciate you guys helping out here and making Digitally Speaking what it is. And with that, W1JMG, I'll go ahead and sign off. 7-3 for the day, and I hope you guys have a great day and great week. Take care. W1JMG, I'll go ahead and sign off. 7-3 for the day, and I hope you guys have a great day and great week. Take care.